Hey everybody, it's Mr.S here, and today I'm going to do a little bit of a unique video because I'm in the process of finishing my bachelor's. This is my last class, and this is my last assignment. So I thought it'd be really special to share it with everybody that I talk to and see on YouTube so that you guys can get a little insight on maybe some of the aspects of me that don't quite involve just my page, but maybe more insight of who I am. This class is the last class that I need to complete in order to complete my bachelor's in early childhood education. And the assignment is to answer something about my past, my present, and my future in regards to my teaching, which I thought would be a great thing to share here on my YouTube page. So first we're going to start out with my past. And the question is, what did my teaching journey look like in the beginning? Well, in the beginning of my teaching, it's really simple. My mom has been teaching for over 20 years in the early childhood education field. And right before I was going to join the Air Force as an enlisted personnel, my mom suggested me, said, well, son, why don't you teach preschool part-time or, in the meantime, while you finish your degree so you can make good money and finish your degree and so you can come out with the bachelor's in the end, and that's better for you so that you can follow your dreams better. So I said, Mom, I like that idea, and so I went with it. So I started at the community college level, and I just started taking classes, and after about 2-3 classes, like my first semester of college, I took, like 21 units, and a lot of them were child development. So by the time I finished, I was ready to be a aide in Head Start. So then I started my journey there, and I was an aide for a year, and by the time I finished that year of being an aide, I actually finished my associate's degree in early childhood education. So because I finished my associate's and I was an aide for you and I really liked it, and everywhere I went, everyone kept telling me, keep going, you're a great role model, you're a great example, there's no males in this field. And I just kept doing it. So by the time I finished my associate's, during that summer, I got a call, and all of a sudden, they're like, we need you to be a teacher. Like, would you like this position? You need to tell us now. There's a position open for you. And I just finished my associates that summer. So I was like, why not? And boom, like that, super quick, I was teaching my own classroom of 20 children, quick. So when I first started teaching, it was really tough because, one, being a male, it's tough in general in this field. Very, very tough being a male because everyone kind of already assumes there's this stigma that comes along with being a male. So I started the field out really tough. Another thing is I'm really young for the field that I'm in a sense where it's like people have been working in this field for 20 years, and then they look at me and I just started, and so they're like, oh well, you don't really know much. You think you know much. You come with these great ideas and all this energy. But you'll see how it is in the end. And that's kind of how it was. My first year teaching, it was really tough because, working for a big agency, as much as it's great, it's also very tough. There's a lot of paperwork due, a lot of things you got to keep track of. There's so many safety plans that I have to, keep an eye on for, and, so many little things here and there that really make the job difficult, and it takes time. So you will feel like you're drowning when you first start in the Head Start community, and you just learn how to swim. Either you sink or swim. That's just how it is. Luckily, I was able to swim. I started sinking, and I started feeling like, oh man, everything I'm trying is not working for me. And little by little, I just kept going and meeting new people, talking, and just understanding how the beast works. And then I feel like, I was able to complete much more in little time because I finally felt like I knew what I needed to do. And so I think once you're past the stage of survival, you can start really working on your teaching skills and really working on how to become a better educator, which is really what's happened. My first year and maybe my second year, I was a little weary about what I'm doing. But now I feel like I got it. I feel like I have it. I feel like I can take a subject and I can help the children learn it with this subject in so many ways. An example we did earlier this year, we talked about ravens and birds because of this book that I read called Raven the Trickster of I believe, the Northwest or something. And the children loved Raven. They loved Raven so much that we did a study about birds and ravens. They learned like why birds fly and the feathers and everything. And then we went on to another study, which was bugs. And like I'm able to take all these studies and make it so that we can meet the standards that we need to meet. And I'm able to sit there and think, okay, how can I make this lesson better? What can I add to the classroom to enhance the learning? What can I do for the children currently? And I'm just one of those people that I don't like to sit there with the same classroom and same routine over and over. I like to change it up because I feel like it needs to change, and I can see the children know that it needs to change. So sometimes I'll switch it up and we might go outside a different way. Like one time I was like, do you guys, oh, look at the blue angel. It's over there. It's over there. And the kids were fascinated, and then we made it outside, and it just made it so much more fun than saying everyone line up, stay quiet, don't talk, da-da-da, because it's just so bland, and I feel like I wouldn't want that. I would want to be entertained as well. I would want to find a new way, and I think that's what it needs to do. We need to teach children how to, regulate themselves, but at the same time, we want to show them that there's unique ways of looking at the world than just this cut and dry paper cutter method where it's like, you line up, you stay quiet, you don't move, da-da-da-da. Instead it's like, oh, I spy with my eye something that helps us walk. And it's more open-ended, so the children are like, shoes or feet. And they'll come up with the floor. They'll come up with all kinds of crazy ideas, which I think is appropriate. So that's another thing I learned, is being an appropriate educator and helping children learn through appropriate practices. And let's see the next question. How did I decide to become a teacher? Well, we explained that. My mom actually influenced me to become a teacher because she's been in the field. Or else I really wouldn't have been in this field. I probably would have been enlisted as an Air Forceman, and that's probably where my journey would have taken me. But now I guess things change, and now I'm here influencing young children and making a difference, especially in Head Start, where a lot of our children are missing father figures, at least positive ones. What influenced my decision? Once again, my mother and a couple of my educators. Kristen Zink, it just pops right in my head. She is a great coordinator at Queen Maca College here in San Diego, and she's really pushed me. And Terry Hansen is another person that I was just like, really helped me and pushed me. And there's just a long list of people that have helped push me to where I am right now. We already talked about what did my early teaching look like. So we're past the past. Now we're in present. What does my teaching journey look like now? Well, it's just getting better and better. I mean, I'm learning how to manage my time in such a big, huge, I don't know how to explain. Like, Head Start is a lot of work, like tons of work, and I'm finally learning how to manage my paperwork and manage my classroom and manage in my personal life and everything, because at first you just kind of drown and things take longer because you don't know where to find this paper, access it, and as you start learning, it just becomes so much easier, and you're like, okay, I got this. And the biggest part for me was becoming a leader, because I am the lead teacher in my classroom, and being able to talk to my staff about things that I think need to be changed or things I think need improvement. And so I think that's the big thing, is now I know how to talk to my staff. I know how to talk to other people, and I know how to stand up for myself. And really, when I believe in something, I really push for that, and I like help people understand where I'm coming from. What kind of teacher am I now? I feel like I'm a role model in some ways. In other ways, I need help too. And a role model in the sense is, you give me a situation, I will find you an answer. Like, I will find you the right answer for whatever you need. I will try to help you. If you have a child challenging behaviors, I will help you. If you have a study and you need an activity, I will try to help you. The only thing that I'm lacking is my own structure, in the sense of just keeping up with the paperwork. Because when you're a Head Start, there is a lot of paperwork. And little by little, I think I'm getting there. It just takes time. And what do I want my teaching journey to look like in the future? Honestly, I'm going to be honest with everybody here. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be a teacher. I have other goals and aspirations, and the early childhood education field is very dangerous for males. I wish it wasn't. I wish that I was more accepted. I wish I didn't have to prove myself every year to parents because I'm a male. But that's just how it is, and it's my job is a job that feels like if anybody says anything about you, you could be out like that, and your life is just 180. That's why I want to join the Air Force, and I want to be, I want to like serve my country, and I want to do the best I can. As much as I love teaching, but I have thought about going to the community college level or even the college level and teaching as a professor there, which might be an option for me. But as far as being an educator in early childhood education, I don't know how much longer I will do it because it's a very dangerous field. I don't know I'm like a pioneer for this, but I just don't think that my life is my whole entire life in teacher is worth teaching in this area. I think I could do a lot of work elsewhere as well and still help a lot of people and not feel like my career is always at the mercy of my parents and coworkers. So, thank you very much. Thank you for sticking with me. And regardless if I'm a teacher or not, I will always be making these videos and I'll always be continuing on my process here and growing with everybody. And even though I might not be in the classroom forever, I will always be a teacher regardless, and I'm always here for everybody. So thank you very much. Thank you guys for listening in, and I hope to see you guys around more, and I will definitely be posting more videos this coming summer when I have more time. Okay, thank you guys. See you guys later.